Hello, everyone. My name is Evangelos Spyrou, and together with Vassilios Kappatos from the Hellenic Institute of Transport Center for Research and Technology, Hellas, we produced a paper titled as Are You Ill? Irrationality Detection in Office Occupants' Thermal Comfort. The article really discusses the conflict of interest between occupants' health and thermal comfort in buildings and energy load requirements. The temperature alterations throughout the day and seasonal changes affect occupants' comfort, which impacts the energy load requirements. Preheating or pre-cooling schemes with intelligent optimal algorithms are used to maintain thermal comfort and reduce operational costs for building managers. The article also discusses optimization techniques for reducing energy costs while maintaining occupants' thermal comfort in buildings. Dynamic adjustment of temperature and multi-objective optimization algorithms are then proposed by researchers to minimize energy consumption in HVAC systems. Thermal comfort is characterized by thermal comfort indices, with the predicted mean vote being the most common index. Researchers also try to maintain thermal comfort within the PMV range by adjusting variables affecting thermal comfort to provide human satisfaction and energy efficiency. The system model of our work actually describes an office environment with workers at desks equipped with heat sensors and a program to vote for a change in temperature if they feel uncomfortable. The setup includes 8 desks and a central HVAC system, with some desks close to the door and some close to the window, which affects the microenvironment. The ASRAE thermal sensation scale is used to characterize the occupant strategies for achieving thermal comfort, considering factors such as clothing levels, task performed, air and surface temperatures, humidity, air velocities, and patterns. And you can see on the right hand side the table with the PMV values ranging from -3 to 3 with a granularity of 1 from cold to hot. Here we can see the setup of the 8 offices, of the 8 desks, and the HVAC at the. Also, the article discusses the predicted mean vote index as a common index for thermal comfort in an office environment. Developed by Fanger, PMV is determined by skin temperature, sweat evaporation rate, and activity level. The article also is based on the option of occupants to vote for a change in temperature using a binary variable change or remain. The article also discusses the need for agreement between processes in a distributed system and highlights various algorithms targeting consensus. This is just for the consensus algorithm background. Processes need to exchange information to negotiate and achieve a common agreement before taking application-specific actions. An example is a commit decision in database systems. The agreement variable can be Boolean or multi-valued, and the article recommends using a Boolean variable in a more complex algorithms to simplify the presentation without affecting the results of other data types. As for the Byzantine generals, the article discusses how the problem of reaching consensus between processes in distributed systems is relevant to many applications. The Byzantine generals problem is one of the consensus algorithms that addresses the problem of making a decision when some participants are untrustworthy. The article applies this algorithm to the problem of irrationality in thermal comfort votes, where occupants may exhibit irrational behavior due to illness or other factors. The article also proposes a solution where the occupant who wants a temperature change votes twice for verification purposes. Lamport's algorithm is used to send messages among occupants and the HVAC system to reach a consensus on whether to change the thermal environment. Moving towards our results, the use of the consensus algorithm is given in resolving the problem of irrationality in thermal comfort voting in office environments. The problem is essentially the Byzantine general problem, where a decision needs to be made with some participants being untrustworthy. The article assumes that the presence of an irrational occupant in an office and employs Lamport's algorithm, which assumes the presence of M irrational occupants in a group of N occupants and HVAC. The occupants that are not irrational should be greater than 3 times M, uh, 3 times the traitors. The article also shows the final strategy of 8 generals using the algorithm and highlights the need to inform a traitor general to follow a different option, such as, for example, to lose or wear clothes, as we can see on the right-hand side, where a consensus is being accomplished in the remain temperatures where a change should not happen just because the general said so. Also, the article proposes using a Byzantine general problem algorithm to detect and exclude irrational occupants in an office that may want to change the temperature unnecessarily. Once the irrational occupants are detected, they are informed that other actions should be taken to tackle their discomfort, such as wearing more clothes or losing clothes, as we said earlier. The article also presents experimental results when the general and two lieutenants are irrational, showing that the strategies chosen by the occupants and the HVAC differ. And as we can see on the table on the right-hand side, we have a remain, change, and consensus is not uh, for the conclusions, the paper proposes using the Byzantine general's algorithm to detect irrational occupants causing trouble with the thermal comfort of an office. The approach can identify such occupants and suggest ways to deal with their discomfort. However, there is not always a consensus where more than uh, the allowed number of occupants are irrational, and the authors aim to test their approach in different weather conditions and real experiments using a simple voting algorithm with wireless sensor network. Thank you. Any questions?